my gosh. I'm so excited.
What's up, everybody?
Whoa.
We are live again. Live
Oh, look at that frog. A tadpole. Oh, so many good things. Struggling with Stan? Stop it.
So many good stand struggles there. What's up, everybody? Here we are again.
I don't get it.
What do you not get, Steve?
Why are the Stan struggles such a center of your attention? Doesn't
They
matter.
are a center of my attention because you do them regularly.
Yeah, but
It's a frequency thing, Steve.
Do you have to continue to draw them to the center of your attention?
If you didn't
And
do
the
them
attention of all others. That's the question.
Well, I'm saying is you're the guy with the big camera shot. If you don't want it to be in the zeitgeist, don't do it. Or switch to a smaller camera.
Got it. Okay. I'm going to share this tonight. Oh my gosh. Summer is sharing it. She's so excited.
And she is our performer spotlight tonight.
Spotlight.
Some Jones, all the way from our
In
sister
harmony.
city.
Ready? Performer
Spotlight.
Well,
Nailed it.
totally nailed it. All right. Right here. Right here.
Hey, man, I'm not watching. Hold
Right
on.
here. Right here. There we go. A little closer. There we go.
Nice knocks.
Nuts.
Who we got tonight?
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. There's a lot of folks watching tonight. Man. I can't say all their names because some of them are superstars in their own right. And I won't embarrass them.
What? Really, Steve? This is a new trend for you.
I could embarrass them. Ryan Axtell is watching tonight. Ooh. He's a superstar.
I'll probably tune in
Oh
later.
my gosh, do you know that he has a full album out? A recent album. Common Courier. Tell us about it, Ryan.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve. Which is funny. We both do the same thing. We both say album when we mean album. And I've always said that as a kid. Album.
An album.
With an
It's
L.
an album.
It's an album.
It's an album.
Do you like plums or album?
album?
Plums or albums?
Well, look at my mouth. An album. Or an album.
But yeah, you can look at my
Look at
band
that.
Common Courier. We released 4 new singles over the last 6 months and have a new album.
You
Bum
are
in
a
the
rock
works.
star.
You Braveheart.
You Braveheart.
You Braveheart. Hey, we're getting some love for Summer Jones, who will be on our show.
Yep. Summer Jones is the local performer
Legend.
spotlight tonight.
How you say local legend?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Steve, can you turn that down a bit? I'm trying to watch the show here.
Will do.
All right.
I have to turn everything down. And, oh my gosh, Sandy Netburn is here. Joel from the UK.
Scuba Dava Joe, Scuba Dava Joe, Scuba Dava, Scuba Dava, Scuba Dava Joe.
All right.
Nailed it.
Yeah. All right. Jennifer Susan Jones, a.k.a. Summer, is here with us tonight. All right. Gianna Andrews is here, rooting for Summer. Sweet.
Joe, thanks for taking a look at the music. Hey, in fact,
Ryan, Saul Jordan is asking how much for a puppet. So
you
there
tell
go.
me, Steve, you're the
Go for it.
creator.
Yeah, I'm
Give
not
us
the
the
pricer.
range.
You're the one that prices them.
I wish that was the case. It'd be $1 for everybody. Well, our puppets
They go
range,
from $99.95
Saul, that's right,
for the Dinkies all the way up to
as high as you want to go.
10 grand, 12 grand, 18 grand, $24,000. Yeah, for the animatronics. So they're all the way. Mario's here from Canada.
Mario.
Jean-Michel Albert is here from France.
That's right.
A lot of folks are here for Summer. What is going on with Summer?
Hey, fun fact, I'm going to share a link right now, but we have all of the Dinky songs to date are now all available on the streaming service. Oh, look, Steve gets close to the camera. and I just move it out of the way. And Facebook's thing is being kind of weird today.
Pandora.
Check this out. Let's try this.
What is it? Go ahead.
All of them you can name. It's there. Play the Dinky Frog song by Axtell Expressions on Spotify.
Welcome to the pond. Here's my story.
So, I'm going to give you all a link.
Love it.
We would love it. One, if you enjoy the Dinky songs, they're everywhere. Go take a listen to them. You can use TikTok and Instagram to do lip syncs. We're actually going to have some competitions coming up. But right now, I'm going to give everyone a link. It would be a huge help if you would follow our Spotify page.
So Mario is freaking out. Where's the mic? Where is the mic?
Guys,
excuse me while I adjust this.
You just can't handle this tech. We actually retroverted to the original mic we were using.
Look at this. It's not a headset mic, and it's not wireless. It's a wired lavalier mic like we started with way back in the day. We'll see how it goes tonight. I have no idea. I'll probably pull it off 4 or 5 times.
All of a sudden, you'll have to get up a lot.
This evening.
Hey, I'm going to share.
Sandy says, play the banana song.
Oh, you mean this one? Play the Dinky Banana Song by Axtell Expressions. Oh, it's actually called the Dinky Monkey
Go
song.
for it.
Play the Dinky Monkey Song by Axtell Expressions on Spotify.
Banana.
There you go, Sandy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm putting a link right now
cool
in
right
the
there.
comments.
That's really cool.
And for real,
Ryan, congratulations, man.
Thank you. We would love it because we just kicked off a new artist profile, so we have to kind of gather data and all that. But if you have a Spotify account, would you do this real quick? Would you click the link I put in the comments, and would you just click follow on the Axtell Expressions Spotify account? That means when we release music in the future, it's going to allow Spotify to send you a notification that says, hey, Axtell Expressions released new music. And it also just helps us out by letting Spotify know that people are listening. Because this is a brand new account. We kind of shifted some stuff around. So anyways, if you would do that, I dropped a link in the profile. Give us a follow.
Mario did it.
Hey, yes. And honestly, let's publish the graphics. Let's see what that looks like.
Amanda said the TIKI is starting into my soul right now out of the corner of the screen. He's staring.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck? He's awake. Dude. I don't know if it's... I think he's doing one of those nighttime terrors.
Is he having a night terror?
Hey, he's having a night terror. Or, what do you call it when they walk in their sleep?
But tikis don't walk, Steve. I don't know.
They can't, no. So he's probably just having a terror. Look at him.
All right, well, do we want to take a look? Well, first off, Steve, are we having a giveaway today? Are we having auctions? Are we having giveaways? Give us the lowdown, because people are like, I'm not sharing this unless I have a reason.
Oh my gosh, you've got a reason.
The comment sections are blowing up. No one wants to share unless there's a reason.
You got a reason. There's a reason to share tonight. And that is either an Axtrax, your choice of an Axtrax or a mug, or, Axtrax or a mug. And
giving them a choice.
Where is the mug? I had it sitting right here. Did you take it?
It's not that one? I did not. You opened it because we just had a brand new mug.
No, brand new, and it's right here. No, right here.
Great.
Okay.
There's one by your foot, the box.
Nope, that's just the phone box.
Okay.
So I put it right here so that it would be available for me to reach for. Just like this.
Interesting, Steve.
Watch this. Oh, this mug right here.
Man,
and then it's not there.
Hey, Steve, want to check in on this quote-unquote mug that you had on the table. You may want to check for broken pieces on the ground. Thank you very much. Back to you, Steve.
Nope, this one is cool. This one's good.
I got mine right here.
Yeah, I know, but the one I put right here somehow is missing. So it'll be this cup.
You're right, Joe.
Right here.
Mug watch.
Come on. This one right here.
I think
blue
Sandy.
Handle, blue interior.
Sandy, you may be right.
This will be the giveaway for tonight. or an Axtrax routine, your choice. Both of them are $10 value.
It's the TIKI. I know it, Sandy.
It's all because of the curse of the TIKI. He's awake. It's weird. It's weird. Okay.
Regina, I like that. Mugs, not drugs. He's probably just sleeping with his eyes open. Just move his eyes with your hands. I bet they'll go to sleep.
All right, let's try it.
That little guy being tricky.
Dude, that guy. Okay, that's better.
That's creepy.
Now we're feeling better about him. That's better.
It's the most moving I've ever seen from that TIKI.
All right.
I'll tell you what.
Oh my gosh, it's so great to see all of you folks here tonight.
So if you share
There's
this
46
video,
people here already.
and if you share it, you're getting a mug.
It'll be up to 100. No, Jeremy, Trump didn't steal it. Somewhere there is a mug, though. However,
Muggate 2021.
I have to see it on Ryan's desk there somewhere. I'll find
Come
it. I'll find it. Yep, I'll find it.
Let's check in and see
I'll
what
find
the
it.
insiders.
Yeah, I'll find it. Yeah, I'll find it.
All right.
Call back to the office. Okay.
Let's go and see what's going on here at the insiders.
Look
This
at
is
this.
Raphael from Belgium.
Oh my gosh.
He's got the off the meter on a TV show, I believe.
There you go.
Pretty cool screenshot of a Belgian smash hit, most likely.
Look at that. Springs just like all over.
Exploding. It looks like she either has her own slinky, that little child has her own slinky, or they ripped it out of the meter and are using it.
That's right. It
Sans
looks like
meter.
they might have ripped it out.
This is from Reiner, all the way from Connecticut, by way of Germany.
Germany.
I know.
Yeah. Look at that. He did a drawing of a dinky rabbit, and that was on the magic drawing board.
Yep.
And he has a dinky rabbit right there.
Pretty cool. This is from Rick Cena. You guys can follow him.
Rick!
Says, I've got an Axtell addiction. It began in 2009. I've accumulated 55 Axtell products.
Say it again, Ryan.
55.
55. That's
I'm
amazing,
50
Rick.
years old. Maybe I should stop.
Amazing.
And then he goes on to list them, and it literally has to say, see more, because there's just not a room. Not the room to list it all. But that is pretty cool. Rick, great to have you as an insider and part of the Axtell community.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. Let's see.
He's a school teacher by day. Axtell by night.
And an Axtell addict by night. And this is from Sheila. Pretty cool. Mr. Dimples, her
They received an
platypus has
adoption certificate
received.
from the Platypus World of the Wildlife Fund.
So congrats, Sheila, on that. Very
Word?
cool to
Word
see.
or World Wildlife Fund? Word.
And then, of course, your favorite tiki mugs. This is Steve just guzzling a couple hot cups of Joe.
Screenshot.
This was from Lawrence. Lawrence, thanks for sending this one in. Lawrence Bat and I. This is from last week. Love it.
Could you bat two eyes or just one?
Nice one. And then, whoops, this is, let me get these next couple photos queued up for you. We got Zach Winthy, who's been putting together this cool guy.
Look at that.
We got his alien.
With and without shoes. Sans shoes.
Now, here's the thing. We made his alien with no green to use on green screen, but those shoes, is that a little bit of green I see in there, or is that kind of yellow?
That's yellowish. So
have to see how it plays on a green screen.
Normally the alien is blue. So we made it without green?
Yeah, the green eyes.
Cool.
No green eyes. We changed it out to brown.
Yeah.
So that he could use on a green screen.
Yep. Okay, cool. Oh, that's so cool the way he costumed it though.
I know.
Look at that.
All right, let's see.
Moon shoes. I can see him doing the moonwalk.
Those shoes are pretty cool. All right, let's see what we got right here. This is from Brad Ray.
Oh
Just
my gosh.
crushing it with the
Nailed it.
lion.
Oh my gosh. So this is an interesting story. So he did, a friend of his, her mother was like going into a coma, and Brad Ray did a video of a song that she loved.
Oh, wow.
And he did it before she went into the coma. And so we're waiting to see if she comes out of the coma to see the video. It's her favorite song that Brad Ray did. Super cool. Brad, tell us more about it, please, in the comments. I'm sorry, I might be botching the story, but it's an incredible story. Thank you, Brad, for doing such a great thing, such a humanitarian thing.
Yeah.
For someone that you care about. Appreciate it, man.
And in the comments, Sandy's asking, how are Steve and Ryan related? I am Steve's dad.
Yep. I'm his
Sandy.
son.
Steve is my son.
Or it might be the other way around.
I get it confused sometimes. Hey, we
It
have,
might be the other way around.
all the way from Joyzy, our very own Brian Richards, an amazing entertainer, does a lot of school shows.
Yeah.
Tales
Brian.
and Tales, virtual or live. There he is.
Yep.
As they say in the UK with a Mick mouth.
Do you know that Brian, with his Mick Mouth, has over 100 shows booked, virtual shows booked for his school shows through this next year?
Oh, wow.
Virtual shows. Isn't that incredible?
That is amazing.
It really is. So we're going to have him on as a guest, and he's going to talk about that in April.
And he actually got to swing by the show, or by the shop, last year, I think pre-pandemic, might have been end of 2019, beginning of 2020.
Yep.
He was actually on the West Coast doing some shows.
Very cool.
So we got to see him.
He's a kingpin, man, that guy.
All right, let's see. This is Christian Williams. Steve, tell me about this picture right here. I see you got a name. You got a name badge on. So
This was a while ago. So this was at one of the conventions.
Okay.
And here he is with his squirrel puppet. And look at this next one, because this one shows a different view.
that's the only one I got.
Okay.
For Christian
cool,
now.
Cool. Sweet.
All right, I got a little video though I can play from Gina. Check it out.
Where is she? Oh, can I guess? In her green screen studio. Look at that. She has all the Dinkies.
I just don't have enough arms to do this.
I need more arms.
Love
so,
that.
so
Pretty cool.
Oh!
Hey, this is Jake Thompson. Jake was the winner of our last auction.
Last week.
This was the Mega Rabbit body with the toucan
Look
head.
at that. He got it.
And he's
so
just
cool.
pumped on it. He's got a ton of ideas on what he wants to do with
Ryan,
this.
I got to tell you, a lot of people really liked the crazy mix-up characters.
Which is cool to know, because usually people don't like the characters we make.
People don't like characters that we make at all.
No,
ever.
they always say, I want it
I
more
don't like-
bird in the face and more rabbit in the body.
Yeah, I don't like Axtell characters at all.
I know.
They always say that, but oh my gosh.
Nice to change it up this time around.
Finally, we got a customer that likes
Just
what we do.
kidding. But I'm really glad you like that, Jake. All right, this is Jeremiah Kinsey.
Oh my gosh. This is
Check
great.
it out. He is just stoked on his collection. We got the Neurotic Rat. We got
The Fox, Rocky Fox.
Rocky
we got
Fox, Stinky Pinky, Big Bear,
Big Bear,
and
the Magic Drawing Board
love it.
with minimal lines. Love it.
Yeah. All right, this is Margaret Davis.
Oh my good buddy. from
Rocking
Van Haven.
rocking the
She's
Edna.
got Rita.
Is that Rita?
Yeah.
Oh, I called her Edna. My bad.
No, Edna. Yeah, Edna. No, you're right. Edna.
Edna. Okay.
Ed and Edna. Yeah, Edna. That's right, Edna.
And she's got the. I love her glasses. The sassy glasses.
Clearly, it's Rita. No, it's Edna. Edna.
All right, and then we've got
I
all the
love
way from Canada,
No, Mario.
Mario.
What's he got? What's he? Oh, whoa!
A D-Rex sighting. That's right, the Dinky Dino.
Wow, look at that.
Available, and it finally made it. We literally had it delivered at Mario's house by a Royal Canadian Mountie. The Mounties brought it to him. You're welcome, my friend. And then, of course, we got Mike Guthrie. Check it out.
Oh!
Now,
Look at that.
I might have gotten confused with Zach's, but we did make this snake without green
Yep.
as well. We've had several
Yep.
requests for people that are using blue screen and or green screen.
Yeah.
And this was a green screen
Clearly
ready
green.
snake.
Yep.
And check it
There
out.
could
He's
be
got it
no
with the,
green on the snake.
That's right. He's got it on the bird arm illusion. And it's pretty cool, man.
Yep.
So anyways, that's what's going
Kelly
on.
says we have a gem with Teresa. She's the best customer service anywhere. Love it. Thank you so much for saying that, Kelly. All right.
Not only does she have a gym, but she is a gym.
Did I say she has a gym?
I don't know, Steve. It sounded like
I
you said
don't
they
think so.
went to a gym together. Hey, Mike, glad the kids love the snake. It is pretty cool. Love the work
Teresa
that you
says,
were doing.
thank you, Kelly. Yep, nailed it.
And we are so grateful for all of you for just being understanding. If you've placed an order recently, you know that we have a small team.
My gosh.
And we have a wait time right now of about 18 weeks. And a lot of people sometimes misunderstand
I've never,
that.
ever heard that before in my history of my business. Almost 40 years. I've never heard of 18 weeks.
And what sometimes people misunderstand and they think it's going to take us 18 weeks to build your puppet. The truth is we have so many orders in the works that
To get to
by
you.
the time we complete the orders we've already started and then get.
Yeah.
So anyways, we really appreciate all of you understanding. We know everyone's got shows coming up and we're doing our best to get things out the door
Yep.
as quickly as possible. So thanks again for being a part of the Axtell community. And if this was easy, a lot more people would be building them. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And we love our team.
So it used to be
Teresa.
5 weeks. That was our max. And then I hired Ryan. And now it's
And then it went
18 weeks.
it went to 18 weeks. Yeah.
It's 18 weeks. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
Oh,
No,
Peter, very cool.
it's-
Today received. Next week, you got new puppets coming.
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah, Peter does. Yep.
Oh my gosh, Lee Rademacher is here with us, all the way from
Nice.
Florida.
Nice.
What a crew!
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. Well, we also had a lot going on at the shop this week, not just with the insiders. And real quick, if you ever want to see your photos on the show, just send them to Ryan@Axtell.com or Steve@Axtell.com. And we would love to feature you and your products. In fact, here's the deal.
Yep.
We would love photos of you with your Dinkies. We're putting some
big
photos
time.
on our website.
Big
Want to
time.
put a gallery together of any of you who have a Dinky. And we'd love a photo of you with them, whether you're performing or just staging them. And we'd love to feature you on our website and social media and all that. So we are
Hey,
collecting.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Teresa needs a raise.
All right.
Just FYI. Lee
All right.
and Kelly agreed.
She's crushing it, man.
All right.
We are so
All right,
grateful to have an amazing crew. Well, and speaking of the crew, let's check in with some of the stuff that we have going
Thank you,
on
Ruth, for understanding.
at
Appreciate
the shop this week
Oh,
in
yeah.
the Wakes. Let's see
The
what we got
Wakes.
here.
In the Wakes. Shut up, Riley.
All right, this is Jose. We got not one, but two ostriches in the works. Now, the big difference is one has blue eyes, one has greenish gray eyes.
That's not a big difference. But that's okay if you want to say that.
Yeah, good point. For as big of a puppet as it is, it's a very small difference.
Pretty small.
Ooh, we got puppy
Ooh,
love.
look
We got
at
looks like a squirrel coming up.
Yep.
Ooh. Uh-oh, Tiki, look
Not
out.
puppy love. Oh, look at that.
Not one, not two.
Oh, Floyds.
We actually have
four
four Floyds.
We're doing 4 Floyds. Look at the ostrich legs.
Oh my gosh, are we
gosh.
going back in time?
We are.
Showing how the ostriches were made.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Even their legs are made by Jose.
It's a huge puppet, and it's actually very complicated to make. Mic mounds, some mic mounds in the work.
Oh, check this out. What is this?
Mike Guthrie.
It is our rabbit. I'm doing a 3D sculpture
Jackalope.
of the jackalope horns. We're printing it out on a 3D printer. And I take that and sand them down so they're clean looking. I glue them onto the head of the rabbit. I'm making a jackalope. What are we talking about?
Ooh, there was the monster voice right there.
Look at that.
What are you talking
What
about?
are you talking about? That's
Love
right.
how this turned out. Guthrie, you're going to love
Oh
seeing your
my
jackalope.
gosh. In the
In
whites.
fact, all the way
In the
from the
whites.
shop is
Look at this.
the jackalope.
Look at this little guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This turned out pretty cool.
So
Mike
these are
Guthrie.
so cool. These are strong. They're glued to the head. They're very strong, and they're painted ivory.
Man, I love how that turned
And
out.
these are going out to Mike Guthrie tomorrow morning. Super cool. I told him they were going to be on the show. They were actually finished 3 days ago.
This was finished months ago. Mike, it's been laying around the house. I
He
was
didn't
finally like,
order them
Steve.
months ago, Ryan. Come on.
I know.
Yeah,
Hey, and
this is
for
pretty
those
cool.
of
So this
you-
is for those of you out of the country. out of the United States. This is a Jackalope. It's a folk character, a fictional character that is a rabbit and an antelope together. These are antelope horns on a rabbit, and we call it a jackalope. And it's big on the Route 66 kind of a thing.
Kind of out in the desert.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
for those of you that are looking, just a little PSA, for those of you that are looking to add a puppet to your show, we already obviously talked about our team having a lot of orders in the works.
Careful,
the Dinkies are something that
careful.
we either have in stock or we can build much more quickly.
Whoa.
So you can go to thedinkies.com. In fact, the Jackalope is going to be something that's going to be added to the line, correct?
Yep.
So this will be a modification that'll be available for the rabbit.
That's right. It's a rabbit
So
mod.
if you're looking for something, a lot of Dinkies we're able to ship right away. Or, Steve, what's the general turnaround time for Dinkies? Because I know we have a whole Dinky shop
2 or
here.
3 weeks.
So about 2 to 3 weeks, just so y'all know. We're able to get those out the door a little bit quicker.
Mike
And
Guthrie.
Summer.
This is Mike's, and it's going out tomorrow.
Summer, you were asking about YouTube. We are not live on YouTube right now, but this will play on YouTube tonight.
Yep.
So the recording will be up. Hey, Zach's asking,
live
can
on
we order a
Facebook, and then we're
placeholder and then
archived.
decide what we want later?
Well, that's an interesting question.
Yeah. Generally speaking, no, Zach, because we have to order supplies, and a lot of our characters have specific supplies. So there is the occasion where you might order something and then need to change it along the way, and that's understandable. But to just put in a placeholder order doesn't always work because we have to source latex, different colors and pigments for the latex. We have to find different furs and fabrics and eyes, and you'd be surprised at how many variations we have to use. So we would say place an order in good conscience, and then if you ever have to change something, you can talk to Teresa in customer service, and we'll, of course, work it out.
Yep.
With you as best we can.
Oh my gosh, Ryan. Tonight's Performer Spotlight is our dear friend, Summer Jones. She is local
That's
in
right.
Camarillo. We're in Ventura, California. She's in Camarillo.
A sister city.
Yeah.
Just down the 101.
Just down. 30
Before we go to
minutes
Summer,
away.
though, real quick,
Yep.
Lee had a question about the
Oh.
Jackalope.
Oh, excuse me.
Price range of the Jackalope.
Yes, Lee. What is it?
What's the price? It's obviously
Of
a
the
rabbit
Jackalope?
with the additional work
So
of the horns.
the
We have a-
antlers are $75 more.
Okay. Because we 3D print them, paint them, sand them, and then attach
Yep.
them as well. So
Absolutely.
we will have that as an option up on the website,
Yep.
maybe tonight.
Super cool.
But let's take a little jog down the 101 south, excuse me,
To
to
Summer
Camarillo
Jones.
and check in with Summer. Performer Spotlight.
Hi, I'm Summer. I'm 15 years old and I live in Camarillo, California with my mom, my dad, my sister, and a whole bunch of pets. I've loved puppetry for as long as I can remember, and I've been lucky enough to tour Axtell Expressions a couple times in the past because it's only a half-hour drive from my house. I love doing anything creative, and I've always had some sort of project that I'm working on. I really like making puppets, and I'm always looking for things at craft stores and even stuff around the house that I can make a puppet out of, like this plastic thing. It's like a mouth. I also made this guy. His name's Jasper. I made him in a college puppetry class. Hi! Can you say hi? Hi! And he was really fun to make. Yeah! And I also like making clay monsters and playing guitar and piano in my spare time. I really love little kids and how they interact with the puppets. I've been working on filming some puppet shows for kids and posting them on my YouTube channel. I recently filmed a little show about how rat poisons harm the environment, and I used my Axtell Mega Macaw in that video. I'm planning on filming more environment-friendly puppet shows for kids, but adults and older kids can have fun with them too. I also do some magic, and I have this big box with all my magic tricks and props and everything, and I like doing that too, but I haven't done magic in a while. And I also play guitar and keyboards in 2 different bands. And one of the bands, called No Idea, is actually writing our first original song. And the other band, which is called Spam, It's an acronym for all of the band members' names, and it's an all-girl band. I have videos of both bands playing on my YouTube channel, along with my puppet videos. I have a Mega Macaw named Turtle. Hello! And a beginner toucan named Larry. And I also have 2 bird arm illusions.
That's an illusion?
Yep. And I have these 2 latex ape heads that I'm planning on turning into full puppets. I got them at the auction around my birthday. And I got Turtle for my 14th birthday. And it was so much fun being able to just drive over to Axtell to be able to pick him up because my house is so close by. And I'm saving up money for another puppet to add to my puppet menagerie. There's a little boy named Joey who lives next door to my house. And he loves when I come out in the front yard with the puppet to come and play with him. He especially loves this big monkey puppet that I have, I call Mr. Monkey. And he loves Mickey, the sheepdog, and the toucan named Larry. He loves putting stuff in the toucan's beak and trying to feed things to the other puppets. But one time, when he was being too rough with Mickey, the sheepdog, I made him look a little bit sad, like he was hurt. And then Joey just came up and gave him a little kiss and said, "I'm sorry." And then I had Mickey say, "Oh, it's okay, I'm not hurt." And so now every time he treats the puppets all gently, and when I have to say, "Oh, the puppets have to go inside now," and then he always gives them a little kiss. I always have as much fun playing with the puppets as he does. I wouldn't necessarily describe this as a nightmare experience, but when I was walking around at a park with my Mega Macaw Turtle, I was showing him to a group of little kids, and they kept poking and grabbing at the bird arm and trying to prove that they knew the secret or something, like they knew it was a puppet. And they were trying to show off in front of their friends. And they kept pulling at the arm and trying to poke the puppet, saying, "He's staring into your soul!" But eventually I had to put Turtle away, so that wasn't a great experience. I really want to work on learning ventriloquism. I guess people can't see my mouth move anyway, but with a mask. But that is one of my goals, to get better at that. I also want to put together an actual show with puppetry and magic and music that I could use for like birthday parties or performances, and I've been wanting to make bodies for these ape heads so I can turn them into full puppets that I can use in a show. Another goal I have is to finish my website that I'm making, and so I can have a place to share everything I'm doing with puppetry and music. Right now I'm working on little biographies for all my puppets.
Thank you for joining us for another edition of Performer Spotlight. All right, Summer. Hit that like
Gotta
button.
love that.
If you enjoyed hearing
Congratulations, Summer. That was fantastic.
from Summer, and I'm excited to check out her band.
Which one?
Both,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
The
dub
one that's writing
bands-
original music or the all-girl band?
Dub bands
Boom.
be good.
Super cool. Okay, Ryan.
Love it.
I'm glad you enjoyed that. Now it's time for you to go do some chores.
Dude, it's been raining. It's not.
I know, it has been raining in California, so take an umbrella
'Kay.
with your Prius. You
Okay.
little
Oh, you know what? It
sissy
has
boy.
one built in, actually. Instead of a cigarette lighter, it comes
You
with
little
an
sissy
umbrella.
boy. What? Take an umbrella with your little Prius.
Okay. And then you'll make fun of me while I save the environment. Got it.
Sissy boy.
Okay.
Sissy boy. And then while you're out there
Yes.
going around in circles waiting for the rain to stop,
Yes.
stop. Take your umbrella out, get
Okay.
out of the car,
'Kay.
walk toward the green barn,
Okay.
open up the manual,
Okay.
and start shucking snakes, man.
Hey, I got to say, that's the most specific you've been. And real quick, people were asking, or Zach was asking, you can check us out, youtube.com/Axtell Expressions. Let me drop a link. We air every show.
Who cares?
It gets uploaded to Axtell
Nobody
Expressions.
cares.
But we have a ton of other content, including all the Dinky videos and a bunch of other stuff. Product videos from the last, 20 years probably.
Sue Johnson doesn't care.
I know, but Zach does. Lee, telling me to paint. Come on.
Actually, Sue has a question coming up for our next guest. Brian, are you ready to take off?
All right, guys, I'll see ya.
All right.
And now it's time to ask the Tiki.
Hey, how you doing, buddy? You kind of a little bit laid out.
Don't tell me what to do. I was having a night terror, and you came along and woke me out of it. Never wake a tiki in a night terror, my friend. That is very dangerous.
All right. Hey, I've got a few questions for you this evening.
Yes.
Ryan's gone.
Finally.
Yeah, that guy.
Probably listening to NPR.
I don't know why I have to send him on a journey before I can bring you to life. It's really interesting.
Pretty interesting indeed.
Sue Johnson is asking, oh, great Tiki, do you have any hobbies, any adventures on the horizon?
Well, I am a fantasy novel writer, so when it comes to elves and dwarves in the land of Mordor, yes, many adventures are coming. When it comes to my own adventures, it pretty much just involves next day air flights to and from Tahiti to the Axtell shop. We don't even get to stop at Chick-fil-A on the way to the airport. I'm like, come on, man, I won't be here for another week.
Chick-fil-A.
So not many adventures.
Here's one from Sherry Brown Rosner.
Sherry! Sherry, there it is.
Says, I hear you are looking to get your own show.
Why,
What?
yes.
I didn't know that.
Well, I've been working with Ray Romano's producer, Phil Rosenthal. You guys all probably know him from Curb Your Enthusiasm or Somebody Feed Phil. Anyways, we got a lot of connections in the whole
that would be
Burbank,
Larry.
Studio Cities, Hollywood scene. And as I mentioned, we usually fly to Burbank to go back to Tahiti. Steve never lets me stop, but every once in a while I run into Phil in the airport. And let me just say, man, he's talking syndication, baby.
She also asks if there's anything left. Are you also getting a Patreon account?
Well, that goes without saying. GoFundMe, Patreon, Kickstarter, all of them.
All right. Oh, my gosh. Lee Rademacher is asking, oh, great Tiki. I have 2 questions for you today.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. The first question, he says,
There it
is,
is.
I know you keep track of your age by counting your tree rings.
Okay.
Are you ever worried about getting ringworm?
That's a bit personal, Lee. But you are an insider, so the answer is yes. Everyone's worried about ringworm. The same way that people worry about losing their hair, a tree worries about ringworm. Luckily, the Tahitian winds blow so hard and the sand is so sharp that it pretty much obliterates any worm when it's exposed to the elements upon my trunk.
Which is why your chiclets are so bright.
That's right. It does a number on my teeth, but it really helps with the ringworm.
He has another question here. Question number 2. I talked to a logger friend of mine who claims you were his favorite
Nice
years
flex,
ago.
Lee.
many years ago in the log rolling competitions.
Ah, yes.
Weren't you ever afraid of getting waterlogged?
Well, my nose actually used to stick out a lot farther than it did until I was chosen for one of the old log rolling competitions. And let's just say those boots have a lot of metal spikes in them. And after about 300 rotations with a 300-pound man named Sven, an ample logger and a better log spitter, my nose came out looking like Rocky Balboa. But it was fun, and luckily I don't get motion sick. The irony is, after the logging competition, they rolled me back onto the Tahitian sands, boarded their boat, and took off for Alaska with my lover.
And that was it.
That was it, baby.
Oh, my God. Okay, here's one from Lawrence Badani.
Bat and I.
Badani. Badani. Get it? All right, here we go.
We all got it, Steve.
Oh, great and powerful Tiki.
Stretch.
I was wondering if you have any pets.
Pets?
You said with your mouth open?
What? Oh, wait, there's latency. It's catching. There we go. Okay,
Yeah,
caught
there we
up.
go.
Pets, yes. I have a little termite friend named Horatio.
A termite pet.
He actually lives in the gap next to my eyeball, right here. Right there.
Right over there.
Right there. See it?
I do.
Unfortunately, I said he could make a little nest, but I really have no control over how big his nest is. So Horatio has
is it
taken
too
some
big?
liberties, let me just say that.
So you do have a pet. Got
I
it.
used to never
Okay.
have any whites in my eye. Now they're all exposed.
Kelly Davis Blount has a question.
Okay.
Oh, wise Tiki. Why do they think you're wise? No. What do the day-to-day responsibilities of such a wise Tiki entail?
Well, now that I got my pre-TSA security clearance, it's actually a little bit easier. Monday through Wednesday, I sit on land and try to signal passing ships with my flame on my head. Unfortunately, it burns very clear, and there is no smoke to make an SOS, because I can signal them like this.
Whoa.
And then,
Whoa.
and then, and then.
It's
So,
remarkable.
That's Monday through Wednesday, including regular sandblastings, the occasional log rolling. Wednesday night, I hop on a ship, travel to the nearest airport using my pre-TSA clearance. For some reason, only get business class, but we'll address that later. Fly to Burbank, get to the shop, pretend to be asleep while Ryan's here, come on the show, blow everyone's mind with wisdom, and then it's back to the boat, baby.
Pretend to sleep while Ryan's...
Yeah, man. I left my eyes open so I could at least watch what was going on, and you had to jam your big ham hands in
Sorry,
them.
there was issues about why were your eyes open. That's something we had to deal with.
Had to throw them off the
All right.
scent. Got it.
Here's one from Summer Jones.
Performer Spotlight.
Yep, our
Summer.
Performer
Anything.
Spotlight feature for the evening. She says, "Oh, great, powerful, magnificent, splendorous, superfragicalisticexpialidocious Tiki.
Nailed it.
Do you have any favorite hobbies?"
Well, in theory, hacky sack and juggling. I'd love to be good at sleight of hand.
Wait a minute. How can you either one?
Right,
Hacky
in
sack or
theory.
sleight of hand?
In theory, I would have to say my best hobby
Sorry.
is nailing impersonations.
Yeah.
It's really what I'm known for.
Give me Pee Wee Herman.
Hey, see? This is Pee Wee Herman, see? What's going, eh?
Give me Arthur Stead.
Right. That's an organ solo he would play, but then he'd say this.
Hey, you like my organ solo? See?
Give me John Wayne.
I'll say, see? I'm John Wayne, see? So I would have to say, it goes without saying, actually, but I'm
There's
pretty
no
much
idea.
known for crushing impersonations. Jimmy Fallon, move over.
No idea what
Hey,
impersonations are.
Jimmy Fallon, this is Trump. See, this is Trump. Nailed it. Let's just say I'm pretty good at crank calls.
All right. Couple more here.
Randy, how dare you think that I sound like Ryan? That guy has nothing on me. It's your
excuse me?
imagination.
Ruth Stromquist has a question.
Go for it, Ruthie.
Why do you think elbow control rods have become so much more popular than wrist rods, Tiki?
Well, wrist rods are great on half-body TV puppets that are used above the fold, if you will, when filming. But if you were holding a puppet as if it's another humanoid character on your lap, or maybe on a puppet stand or a sit stand made by Chris Weed, we would recommend using the elbow rods because it allows the most movement while keeping your hands visibly out of the way.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, that's just off the top of my head.
Here's
you know
one.
what I mean.
Here is one from Douglas McElroy.
Ah, yes.
Not one of the McElroy brothers, but one of his long distance
We've established for 2 episodes he doesn't know them,
friends.
but he's heard of their names.
Yep. All right. Use Calypso-style voice with the theme, Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Don't worry.
Be happy now.
Now that is my Billy Bass voice. Paul Burnham's here, or at least so I'm told. I can't see the chat, but I can see the reflection in Steve's monitor.
Ryan's
So
on
Summer?
his way.
Oh, shoot.
Excuse me. Ryan's
Okay.
on his way. Time for you to go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
This has been another episode of Ask the Tiki.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Yep. Why?
Sure. Yeah, I watched it over the last 20 minutes.
What?
It was a great episode. I got to call you back. All right, bye.
Episode of what?
Oh, sorry. Me and my friend were using Netflix Watch Party. Better Call Saul.
Did you go to the Green Barn?
The what?
The Green Barn.
Hold on.
What do you mean, what?
I forgot to tell you, I'm colorblind.
I'm sorry. I didn't
Yeah.
know. I had no idea.
Well, did you ask?
I've known you since you were born.
I never had a reason to bring it up until just today.
Never
So,
knew.
to answer your question, I saw 2 barns.
Yeah.
They both looked gray because I'm colorblind.
I didn't know that. I'm so sorry.
It's
Okay.
either, oh, you know what it is? The tint is so thick on my Prius
Yeah.
that it washes out all color. So I stayed inside because I couldn't tell which one was green and which one was blue. But good news.
How about if I go and
Hey,
paint
real quick.
the word blue, red, and green on the 3 barns?
While you're out there, could you shuck the snakes? They need shucking. They haven't been shucked in a
they
long
do.
time. But you will
didn't
be,
do it tonight?
Yes, you will be good to know.
Did you do it tonight?
No, I didn't know which barn it was. But Grubhub and Uber Eats both deliver by the barns, in case you're wondering. I
Can you ask them to
I had
shuck the snake?
barbecue rib sandwich.
Stop.
Okay, so if you have a car,
Anybody delivering ribs should be able to shuck snakes.
well, if you have a car detailing place that on the company card can swap out my tint
10.
tint on my car so I can see when I pull up which barn is what color.
Oh my gosh.
I can then get out and I can get back in the car. They can redo my tint, new tint, all expenses paid kind of thing, and
All right.
then I can come back.
All right.
Sounds good?
Sounds good. Well,
Sounds
you
great to
missed
me.
a wonderful opportunity to see the Tiki. Did you know that the Tiki was awake while you were gone?
Yeah, he was staring blankly, sleep staring.
And look, he's now asleep.
Yeah, you used your hands to smash his eyelids down. I saw.
Yep.
And I'm glad because that guy, for some reason, gets a lot of attention around here.
That's right.
And people think we sound alike.
A little bit. There's a little bit of similarity in the voice.
No, I would you people human like this? Huh?
That's, excuse me, Paul Rubin.
Yeah, well, it's pronounced Ruben.
Stop.
He's a friend of mine.
Okay.
I'm known for my impersonation of him. I'm
All
just saying, we're very different. I bet the Tiki wouldn't do it that way.
No, he wouldn't. Of course not. All right.
Well, we have a special guest, and by guest, I mean dose guesses. By dose guesses, I mean 2 people. By 2 people, I mean
It's
Flexitune,
an
Craig and
incredible-
Ola
An
Marin.
incredible evening.
Now, Steve, give us a little background on Flexitune.
They are incredible. They're some of my early inspirations through all the way back to early puppetry, through especially through Weekly Reader and Shining Time Station.
That's what I remember them.
Thomas Tankard. Do you remember that, Ryan?
Oh, yeah. In fact, that's one of my favorite filters right now on Instagram.
Oh, how sweet.
Is the Thomas the Tank Engine filter.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh.
So if you follow me on Instagram, it's mostly going to be Thomas the Tank Engine Filters. But
Well,
I totally remember watching that show.
So they were
Shining
so
Temptation.
instrumental in those shows, especially the Jukebox Band.
Yep.
I can't wait to show you and introduce to you Craig and Olga from Flexitunes.
Oh my gosh! Craig and Olga from Flexitune. Oh,
Hi, Steve.
hello! Oh my gosh, you guys are some of my favorite designers. The characters that you have created live inside of me. They are so inspirational, so wacky, so colorful. I just love your work, you guys, and I can't wait to explore that with you today.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank
It's
you.
our pleasure to be here with you. We haven't seen you since we were at
Yeah.
CAX, and that was one of the greatest experiences we
Oh,
had.
man.
The camaraderie, the talent that was on display for everybody. And Chuck McCann, and you as the perfect host.
And the niceness of everybody.
Right, the kindness,
kindness
right?
of
Yeah,
everybody. It was just so nice to be in that.
It's a great
Community.
Yeah.
great group of people, and Mark and Tammy just were so thrilled to have Chuck and you guys there, and it was just overwhelming. The period of history that we were able to capture there with Chuck before he was gone from us, and we have some wonderful recordings from all of that, and you guys were just the champions and came in and helped us to get Chuck to begin with. You guys go way back. Tell us, before we start your career, tell us how you connected with Chuck.
Okay. The first puppet I ever saw on TV was Paul Winchell. And I just loved Jerry Mahoney, and I knew that that was great. And so I started talking without moving my mouth when I was 3 years old. Then I saw Sandy Becker, who had a puppet that didn't have a person connected to it. So it was just a hand puppet. And so the person was removed, which freed me, and then the puppet could do so. I really loved that.
Yeah.
Then came Chuck McCann. Laurel and Hardy and Chuck was the name of the show. And what could be better? These beautiful articulated puppets by Paul Ashley introducing Laurel and Hardy films.
Amazing.
So that was it. And I would just watch him all the time. Then when that show went off, he got a Sunday morning show for 4 hours on Sunday morning. Him, the cartoons, and the puppets. And then the newspapers went on strike. So he dressed up like Little Orphan Annie, Dondi, Dick Tracy.
All the comic
and he'd
strips.
come out and do crazy bits.
And remember
dressed like
how
that.
big
Oh,
he
he's
was.
huge. Yeah.
He was huge, just as Orphan Annie with
When
the
I
red
first
dress.
saw him, it's just like Orphan Annie in person instead of black and white. It was startling.
Oh, how funny.
But so he would read the comics, and the camera would go across the comic page, and he'd do all the voices. What are you talking about, Phil? I don't know. Whatever the comic is, he did that, and you know it was him doing it as Orphan Annie, and it was just so inspiring. So I just got up. I'm from Queens, and the Channel 11 where his show was the Daily News building. So I just after school one day said I'm going to go meet
How
Chuck
old were you?
McCann. So I was 12.
Oh my gosh.
So I put two puppets in a bag, and I went down to WPIX, and I went up to the gate and the front desk, which I'd seen a million times because Chuck was so smart. He knew that it wasn't just the show. He wanted to bring you into his world. So he would get off the elevator at WPIX, sing, put on a happy face, go down the hallway, and walk into the studio. There's the puppets, there's the sets,
Brilliant.
there's the cameras. So it was just great. So I knew where to go. So I went right to her, and I said, I put the puppets on my hand after I got out of the elevator. And I said, I'm here to see Chuck McCann, like that. And she said, oh, that's nice, but he doesn't have an audience. And suddenly from behind me, I hear, what do we got over here? And I turned around to Chuck, and I went, my puppets. And okay, come on. He put his arm around me, took me down that hallway,
Oh my gosh.
and he sat me down. And there, all of a sudden, everything that was black and white was now in radiant color. There was the puppet set. And he said, I don't want you to do anything except laugh. I could guarantee that would happen. And then he did the show, and he had a few minutes over at the end, and he called me up and put me on camera with the puppets.
Wow.
So I went home, all the neighborhood kids saw me doing the puppets. So I figured that was an invite to go there all the time. So
And what were those puppets?
one was a puppet of Flash Gordon.
Made out of what?
That was made out of like I used to take toilet paper tubes and wrap it with tissue paper and then sew like a T-shirt over it because you could pull all the seams and it would conform to the shape. Then my father was a professional cartoonist and he would draw the faces. So I had a Flash Gordon, and I don't remember, probably a copy of one of Chuck's puppets. So I showed him all that, and I started going down there.
A 12-year-old puppet is what I
yes. Wow.
And I went down, and Paul Ashley liked me, and so suddenly I was able to like take the puppet and bring it over to the set.
Wow.
And one time Chuck said, "Come here, when I go like this, pull that string." So I did, and the eyebrows went up and down.
Gosh.
So I was sort of like an official apprentice, puppeteer's apprentice. I mostly sat there and watched. Because he was very volatile, very large superstar.
That's amazing. Amazing.
And then we just kept in touch. Yeah.
Are you allowed to tell the Julio story?
No.
Well, tell us the Olga story.
I grew up in Cleveland. My parents had a sweet shop. And my first puppet show was in kindergarten. And it was, they sponsored the local bowling league and Golden Gloves and stuff, the neighborhood things. And
your first puppet show?
Oh, my first puppet show was in kindergarten and was a Punch and Judy, and it scared the hell out of me. I hated it. I hated the hitting and throwing the baby out. And I ran to the back of the room to leave, but the teacher wouldn't let me leave. So I watched it, and afterwards, then I was fascinated with it, but I didn't like the violence. Anyway, a few years later, I was watching television, and there was something called Susie Snowflake, and it was just this little lace doily thing on strings, and it was, "Here comes Susie Snowflake, dressed in her snow white gown." Anyway,
fascinating.
And I loved it, and I used to do things like that and make costumes for my dolls, and I did shows in the backyard because I could offer free refreshments to the neighborhood kids, so I'd have an audience.
But you have worked with royalty as you progressed in your puppetry. You were with Bill Baird.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, first I was with Niccolo marionettes. That was my first.
Niccolo, okay.
Yeah, I majored in theater in college. I liked Northwestern. I liked acting. I loved costume design. I liked lighting. I liked all of it. So I came to New York, of course. And a friend of mine was working at this marionette company and invited me to a dress rehearsal. And I walked in and I knew it was amazing, these marionettes hanging all over, and I knew I wanted to do that for the rest of my life. I could act, I could perform, I could make the puppets, I could do costumes. I actually could make a living with Susie Snowflake. It never dawned on me as a kid that that's how you made a living, because after that, I never saw another puppet show.
With a voice to the manner born.
Oh, yeah.
As well. Bill Baird used to call it a toy voice. So she saw Baird on TV growing up, Snarky Parker and Slugger Ryan, right? So
yeah, and I love them, but I'd never made the connection that I could do it.
Mm-hmm. Wow, what an inspiration!
Yeah, they were like live. In fact, I thought Slugger Ryan was live. Slugger Ryan is a puppet, but in my childhood imagination, I thought Slugger was a live person. I don't know what that says about the sanity of a kid, but anyway.
Plenty. So she auditioned for Baird. 300 girls showed up.
Oh my gosh.
She went down to audition, got scared, went home.
Oh yeah.
Came back.
Yeah, went back. Paid my subway fare. Got on the track.
25 cents, man.
I can't do this. I'm too scared. So I went home, and I thought, are you nuts? This is really what you want to do. So I got back on this, walked back to the subway, got on the subway, got there in time.
Oh, wonderful.
And got the job.
I love that you went back. That's so cool. The strength of character to know that this is my destiny. Look at that.
That's right.
Yeah, that is what I wanted to do.
If you get knocked down 8 times,
that's right.
You stand up 9,
oh my gosh.
you win it.
Yeah.
And so out of 300, you won probably because of your voice, right?
I don't know, but I can act. I could do
You
costumes.
had the whole
I guess
package.
I had some
Yeah.
fringe benefits.
And Cora had passed away, I guess, in '67. So this was just a few years after that. So Bill was probably very lonely for a female who could really deliver the goods. And our cheap pops, and we have a beautiful poster that Bill signed over with him and Cora, Bill and Cora, to Olga, Queen of the New All-Girl and Queen of the New Roost.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
So that kind of was like, here you are, you're here. So
it was heaven going to work there every day. Even on my day off, I went in because I was working with a genius in a legitimate, beautiful marionette theater and puppet theater, all kinds of puppets. Yeah. And it was, there should be a plaque on that building.
Yeah. Bill Baird was an absolute master designer, marionette, incredible puppets, hand puppets. Tell me about your connection then with Henson. How did that happen?
Well, Bill's theater closed, and Jim had come to see shows at Bill's and said if I ever needed a job to call him. And so I thought, after Bill's theater closed, I did do vegetable soup.
Vegetable soup.
Yeah. I did a television series to combat racial prejudice. Yeah. And that was in 1976, 77, something like that.
Yeah, because Bette Midler sang the theme song for it. Yeah. It was Outer Scope. Her segment was Outer Scope, and these little puppets would go into great travels.
Yeah, but anyway, so that ended, and then I thought, I'll start my own puppet company. And then I remembered that Jim had offered me a job, so I called up and asked him.
It just rolls off the tongue. Jim offered me a job.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
So I came in to talk to him, and I did some Sesame Street, and then I did the first Muppet movie, and
wow,
it was nice, but it wasn't. I wanted to do my own stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was a hard thing, everybody's saying, are you crazy? You're a puppeteer, you're working for the Muppets.
No.
But there are other puppets, other kinds of puppets, and
oh my
I
gosh.
love marionettes.
Okay, so I know the intersection is coming here. So Craig, jump back in history and bring us up to speed where you guys get together.
Okay, well, when we were doing, after I kind of finished the Chuck McCann thing, I was an actor off Broadway for a while with the Classic Stage Company, and I was learning all the things about real theater and things like that. At the same time, in high school, I had a friend named Doug, and together we discovered, the Grateful Dead, and all Zap Comics, and lighting effects and all that kind of stuff. And one time, she was referring to it earlier, I heard Chuck McCann curse with a puppet when I was a kid. The puppet said, hey, in dirty language. And I just thought, wait a minute, puppets can say anything. So that to me was the pebble on the brook towards originality. They don't have to say, now kids, here's Woody Woodpecker. They can say, hey, I got a woodpecker, if you wanted to say something like that, But that really depends upon what you wanted to do. So I wanted to do like dimensional Zap comics. So my partner and I started the Marco Puppet Theater, and we did psychedelic puppet shows across the country at colleges, and it was fantastic. There were 4 of us, 2 vans, lighting Hal Lewis Nation and Kingdom Come, and we'd roll up to a town. It was really no internet. We'd roll up to a town and say, we're the Marco Puppet Theater, and we have a show, and they said, okay, we can do it Friday night. We do it Friday night, and it was just kind of like that, because if we didn't, we didn't, and if we did, we did. But we did it all the way across, very itinerant. Meet you in Buffalo on Tuesday. So long. The other guys would go, and we'd go there. And it was great. Our goal, though, was to meet the Grateful Dead. We wanted to meet the Grateful Dead and be able to say, So we got up the courage to knock on their door. We ended up in San Rafael, California, which was our goal, because that's where it was. San Rafael, Grateful Dead. And so we rang their doorbell, and my partner, Doug, says, I'll do all the talking. And I said, okay. And so Rock Scully, the Desmond, leans out and says yes. And Doug goes full on Gleason. Like that. So I said, we're the Marco Puppet Theater. And Rock Scully said, I read about you. Come on in. We didn't know, but there was an article about us in the San Rafael paper. That's right on his desk. synchronicity, right? So as we're showing him our slides, Bob Weir walks in. Bob Weir was my hero on guitar. The reason I wanted to play music was because of Grateful Dead, and the reason I wanted to play guitar was because I identified with all the stuff Bob Weir did, you know. And so he walked in, he saw the slides, and they said to us, "So what do you want from us?" And I said, "I just want you to know we exist." And he said, "Okay, thanks." And we went home and on the cloud. As soon as we got on the phone, rang it. Jerry Garcia's birthday party on Saturday. You want to do the show? We said, "Yes, we do. We'll clear our schedule and we will do the show." So we went out and we did it, made all the Dead, and we've been, lifelong DNA members of the Grateful Dead since.
Deadheads.
Yeah. Then it was time. Yeah, it was truly dream come true. They couldn't be better. They are who I believe, works for me as well, Wow. And the type of Deadhead people, are loving, kind people, and with dragons, so that's important. And but then it was time to stop doing colleges and entertain children again. And my partner and I decided we were going to leave, so we left Marco Boys there, and we came east and set up shop in New England and started touring elementary schools, writing the music, playing the school, and we had like 6, 8, 10 shows a week sometimes for a couple of years, and it was just fantastic. Every month. Fomenting of ideas. I was 21, 22 years old, so it was like, we'll do it. And the two of us would work and do it, and next thing you know, we were able to do it in a show. And that led to television and commercials and all that kind of stuff. And then it just kind of got time to move on to do something else. So I left her there, and I actually went to Busch Gardens in Virginia to work with Bill Baird. I did Once Upon a Dragon and she was famous. I mean, she didn't work at Busch, no. But
Busch Gardens, the theater was an equity company, and Busch Gardens wasn't. It was amusement.
It was a sweat equity company.
Yeah, so we couldn't do it.
10 half-hour shows a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah,
it was incredible.
But fun.
Wow.
Oh,
and we did. And so that's how I got to meet Bill and everything.
Oh my God.
And he liked me a lot. I made him laugh. It was called Once Upon a Dragon, and I called it Once Upon a Drag Queen. He liked that very much. And then when we came, that was over, and I thought I can go any place in the world. Where am I going to go? I said, California? No, I want to be able to drum up my own work. So I went back to New York, and I'm walking near Baird's Theater to meet a friend, and he was working on the show too at Baird's, where they were working on a special. And she came walking up, and it was rainy, and she was wearing a hat and everything. And I had heard of Olga Felgemacher, but I never met her. So it was like, "Oh, you're you. Hi, nice to see you." And she was, she was Olga. And off they went. I thought, what a girl. And then that same Christmas, I did a Christmas, which I had just moved back to New York, and I did a Christmas show down at the Greenwich Mews Theater, and a woman named Alice Tweedy came and saw it. Alice Tweedy was the female Scred, I think it was, on Saturday Night Live. Yeah, and she had worked with Danny Seagren doing Miss Peach, doing Slim Goodbody. And then, so she saw my show and said, "Would you ever want to work for me?" And I said, "Sure." So a few months later, I get a call. A puppeteer she's working with cut his thumb on a bandsaw. Can't do it. Can I come in tomorrow?
He's fine
good, thank
now.
you. Good
Everything is fine.
Peter Friedman. He's quite the actor, too, Peter Friedman. But because of his accent, I came in and she was on it.
There are no accidents.
No time to talk.
No.
It was like the cosmos going.
There you go.
One there. Yeah. So we had no chance to talk to each other either. Next thing we know, we were on the set, and the puppets, and they were Muppety kind of puppets, but they were really talking like it was a whole other level of talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we somehow connected up there.
Oh my gosh.
And it was fun. It was fun enough, and we said, "Okay, see you around." She said, "Okay, see you around." She said, "I'm going over to the Muppets. You want to come?" I said, "No." That blew her mind. And that's good. And so we went to a Christmas party out in Long Island. Tommy McLaughlin, who was a Baird builder and a Muppet builder. Yeah. And he was having a Christmas party, so we went out there, and I went with my girlfriend, and she went with her boyfriend. And we met. We talked a little bit there. And then Alan Guin was driving us home. It was Alan driving, and then Olga's boyfriend and Olga in the front seat, and then Marty Robinson and Olga and Janet, my girlfriend, and me in the back seat. There was nobody else in the car. Olga turned around. We started talking.
Puppets the whole time.
It was a flying carpet down the Grand Central Parkway without navigating it. And it was a Christmas party, so it's like we have to get together after the first of the year and play with puppets.
You guys began Flexitune.
Yep, and we started touring malls at first because it gave us a chance to try stuff out on the road, see what works, see what doesn't, what's old material, what's new, what is new for us to do rather than a continuation of what we did. Like the first thing she did when we were improvising puppets was, because she'd been on Sesame Street so long, she had the puppet talk about, this is the letter C, or something like that. And I could completely, you're making me seasick, whatever it was, and it went shine like that, yeah. And so Danny Seagren, who did Slim Goodbody, was doing Miss Peach. He got the rights to do Miss Peach with puppets. And he wanted to hire Olga because she worked on the Slim Goodbody too. And she said she'd only do it if her new partner can do it. So I went down and met Danny and we hit it off and I worked it and boom. We're up in Toronto shooting 4 one-hour Miss Peach specials for Metro Media.
Oh my gosh. I remember some of my earliest memories of your work was Weekly Reader. And of course, Shining Time Station. Is there any way we can see some of these characters?
Absolutely. We brought this guy home for you because we had mentioned the Paul Ashley puppets. And this is one that we made as a tribute to Paul because Paul's puppets were manipulated in the same way, but we have a different personality in this one. So let me see. This is the actual one who's been in a box almost for years.
Look at this. So you built this as a tribute. Oh.
That's right, babe.
That's Tito. Tito Swing from Shining Time.
Wait a minute, that's Steve. You play keyboards. Are you that who
I'm the man.
take over my job?
I'm inspired by
now
you.
I'm ruined.
The way your fingers would dance across the keys, I could not believe it.
And I can't even move my fingers, man.
Oh my gosh, Shining Time Station, the jukebox band. Inside, how big was the jukebox that you performed in?
Well, it's really funny. I'll send you a picture that has me next to it, and you can use that if you wish. But when kids would see the puppets in person, I could see this like disconnect, and they'd say, "How come they're so big?" And I'd say these were their stand-ins, and they because we kept saying that the puppets were actually 3 nickels high. Is what
right, because the nickels that we used on the show were like this big.
It was magical, absolutely. And I can't. I know Alan Seamock worked with you as well as a puppeteer on Shining Time.
Yeah.
And
Alan was gonna be with us forever.
Funny story if you want. We had worked together off and on through the years. We'd bring him in to do some stuff, or I'd give him something to work on at home if we were tired. But Shining Time was a fully immersive production. And we had, I wanted him to come and work in our shop because we couldn't have time for the transport. So he didn't want me to see how he did some things, and I didn't want him to see. So we were sitting there like this, like Ebenezer Scrooge and Ebenezer Scrooge. Then all of a sudden it's like, here, give me that. You know?
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. He was an incredible friend, and I loved his work. And when I found out that he had originally or had worked with you in the past, it blew my mind. I had no idea that connection was there. And then I see videos of him with his ponytail puppeteering with you guys in your documentary and stuff. Oh, good stuff. All right.
And the Showtime series, the Weekly Reader one, he played Buddy Bear. So he was like the lead guy because we always thought of Alan as great strength if we have a Bob Newhart type character.
That was his favorite.
And he has that kind, and that's what the character called for. Yeah, so he was that and that, and he built some of those puppets with us as well. And I mean, we've had a really very small ship. Olga and I have mostly built all of it. Doris Dowling, who used to work for Baird, was our wood carver for many years, and we've had a couple people come in and sew with us. But mostly it's been me and Olga, and then Seamock, building the puppets. In fact, this guy over here, I built with Seamock.
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah. Large eyes. Yeah, that character there. Oh my gosh.
This fellow?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, just like that. There we go. Just like that. Just
definitely
reach it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of nice there. And this guy was made for the DJ Cat show that was on Fox. Yeah. And I played a villainous ventriloquist. Yeah. Brackish Swampwater. Yeah, and I was Lucky Stiff. Yeah. Lucky Stiff, yeah. And then Then when we did Flexitube, he became Henry. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I was like kind of a villain, and I put the mustache low on my mouth. Yeah, so you couldn't see his mouth move.
Gosh.
Yeah, you did. Right now, you should be wearing a mask, don't you think? Then no one could see his mouth move.
Awesome. Well, I know you have another room to show us.
Yes, with some more. You want to go into the other spot?
What's the deal?
Yeah, just be careful of the traffic.
Careful.
Okay. Wait, watch it. Harrowing.
A harrowing New York drive. Oh my gosh.
Luckily, we had puppets to see us through.
Well, that was an experience. What you got here?
Well, we got a whole bunch of the guys that we work on, and here's a cool one. This is Con Sultan.
Oh my gosh.
He's almost
You're
done.
building him now?
He'd be like,
Wow.
yeah, we are.
He's almost finished.
He can go. Show his feet.
Oh.
So we're gonna make him a little donkey.
Oh my
He's gonna
gosh.
ride
That's
in on.
incredible.
Yeah, and he will be mirroring a trombone sound.
That's beautiful. What an animation.
Thank you. And here's a good one. It's sort of in your territory of
Yes.
the rubber puppets.
Ooh.
This is the dire
That's
wolf.
beautiful.
On his way. He just came out of the mold.
Is that a new
Yeah,
sculpt,
it just
Craig?
came out of the mold.
It looks.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I'd say
It's got a little bit of Baird's Peter and the Wolf vibe.
It's so interesting because making a wolf, there's if you look
Yes.
at cartoon wolves and you look at a wolf, they don't look anything like a wolf.
The bulbous, yeah.
But
exactly.
it's a wolf though. That was a
beautiful.
real conundrum. So I was looking at sort of like Grateful
Yes.
Dead have a
Yep.
wolf
Or the-
character, and Disney, and I looked at all them and I threw it all away, and so I
That's
just
so
came
great.
out of the clay.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Is that?
Bill's wolf and Peter and the Wolf is just like
It's amazing.
the best wolf ever.
Shut up.
Hey! He's gonna wake up with a wolf's head.
Did the name Flexitune come from Latex originally, or?
No, some of our earliest puppets were latex, and we were calling ourselves Craig and Olga, the Puppeteers, spelling it with a Z when we first started. Then we thought we needed more of a corporate type name, and we came up with Flexitune, which are like flexible cartoon puppets. So when we were making our early latex puppets, we really thought, well, for most of my life until 20 years ago, I always thought of puppets as cartooning in 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Oh my gosh. Who's that blue guy right there? Yeah. The
This
big one.
or this?
Yeah. He
The big
looks
guy?
familiar.
He's from the quarantine. During the quarantine, in the earliest days, we were contacted by the fellow who produced our Hans Christian Andersen show.
Quarantine.
Broadway. And he said, why don't you make something for the internet?
Oh, love it.
And so, yep, so we did. And where am I? There we go. Yeah, my name is Ellis D. To the manner born, I guess. I'm an underground cartoonist, and I like to keep my drawings underground. And Olga's getting off my main squeeze. Her name is Orange
Oh
Bee
my
Sunshine.
gosh. Look at this.
Yes, my main squeeze. Come on over here, Toots. Yeah. And you didn't think you'd get on your knees for no one. But I do. Yeah. Steve, you look fantastic.
Thank you. I put this hat on for you because you have such a nice hat yourself. So I thought I better be prepared.
See, I got my Grateful Dead lightning bolts on it and everything. Yeah, and right over
There
here.
you go.
Pin. There we go. Here you go, Orange Bee. What's up?
Oh my gosh.
Nothing much.
What do you do?
I'm a baker, an alchemist, and I play the piano a little.
Oh my gosh. There's so many keyboard players. I love the mouth design. That's like a Gumby-like approach, but in real time.
Yeah, I'm always trying to close the gap between what a cartoon is and what a puppet is. How can you do that in real life. So open your upper lip there.
Both lips are
There
in
you
it.
go. Now you do your.
Wow.
There you go. Now do them. Woo!
Very nice.
Woo.
That's cool.
Can you close to her?
I haven't had her on in so long. Let's see.
Let's get her. There she goes.
Look at that. That's great.
Ain't that cute? Yeah.
Do you have any of the Shining Time Station puppets in here? Oh,
Just
my
for you?
gosh. All right.
Steve Marino. Hold on.
We.
Let me get it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Struggling with stands
And-
is my.
Struggling with stands.
When you take the puppets off the stand, always take the stands off. Because I know someone who left a stick in the stand, went in for the puppet in the dark, poked his eye.
Oh yeah, we always put a paper cup on top. If the stands are like permanent, put a paper cup on top or something so that you don't in the dark backstage or wherever.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's all fear. So
Yeah.
take the stick out, folks. Let me get over here and get the other one.
Oh, my
Dee Dee,
gosh.
the drummer.
Her makeup. Incredible.
The actual
I
Dee Dee.
loved her. Oh,
Here you go,
look
my
at
dear.
that. She is so
We had a-
hot. Look at her. Oh my gosh. Yep. So mod.
There. Oh, I haven't.
Bring her down
in
just a
long
little bit.
time. I need my drums.
A little bit lower. Yeah, there you go.
Where are my-
Oh my gosh. Look at that. The
Feel
white
down.
lips. You can't see her eyes. It's just so great, the design.
No,
Yes,
but I
you do.
have eyes.
I always wondered.
It's funny because kids would freeze frames
With
and
eyes?
send us pictures. Dee Dee's eyes. And we used to say she was the girl with the helium hair,
Oh
but
my
I think
gosh,
she's deflated
look
at
at
the
that.
moment. So
That's so
we
cool.
have to, if we have to do another season, we're gonna have to inflate your hair.
That's all right.
And myself.
I like being high.
Oh. So we'll inflate your hair.
Wow, and how did the drumsticks fit in her hands? Did you have? Oh,
We have a
okay.
different set of hands that we
Nice.
change the hands over.
And this one you can put it in.
Yeah, this one
Oh,
she can
This
gesture
one
with
is
it.
cheap.
But we made
Got
round hands with holes in them that we can do that. And made a rig backstage so Olga could work the puppet with both hands and with a foot pedal make
Oh
the
my
hand do
gosh,
the drum.
so neat.
Yeah, so that it was
Yeah.
free to do other stuff. So it was so analog, just delightfully analog, right, kid?
Yeah, whatever that means.
Oh, that's great. Hey, how about the brothers? Do you have them? Okay.
Don't have
Yeah,
them here.
now,
no, no.
Tell me about their
They're-
design, because they look like someone that was big into country music. There's an influence there, something about the jowl or the jaw. Was there?
Well, a lot of people have said, "Hey, it looks like you, me." I never quite understood it, but I played them, so it was okay.
And somebody else said they look like Truman.
Really?
It feels like an old time 60s country western, and that's what they are. But even though they were playing rockabilly and everything else, great stuff. Oh my gosh, their designs are just beautiful. I love them.
The whole
Yeah.
band was really magic because it showed how everybody
Yes.
from different people, different backgrounds, completely can get
Right.
together to make music. And that's
Diversity.
kind of like was the
Yeah.
the spirit behind poetry and music, right? It doesn't
Exactly.
matter if
Were
you can play.
Were you doing the jukebox separately from the rest of the show, or okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually the way it's set up was Rick Sigelco and Britt Allcroft were the executive producers, and they could not have been better to work with. I tell you,
Nice.
it was a real loving team effort. I know it sounds weird in television, but it truly was. We knew we were doing something that mattered, and
yeah.
it wasn't just wallpaper. So the way that I would get a script with the jukebox stuff, and I would puppetize it. So if it said, "Hey Dee Dee, hey Tito," I take it with, "Hey Dee Dee, what's swinging with them bad drums?" And Tito would he's like, "Oh, you know me, I'm just a beat off," whatever it was. But I would change it into stuff that sounded like the jukebox band, right? And then we'd see what sets should be built, what new puppets should be made. And then we would shoot all the puppet stuff first. In Toronto, every season except the first was shot in Toronto as well. So that was beautiful. And we shot all the puppet stuff. Meanwhile, over there, they were setting up the train station. Then they would come in and do all the live action stuff. Then when that was finished, they would go to the green screen for George Carlin or Ringo.
Man, George Carlin, Ringo, you guys, I mean, this is just an amazing show. And Thomas the Tank Engine, right, started there.
Well, the woman, Britt Allcroft, who produced Thomas, brought it to America, and this was like 1985, I'm going to think, and no one wanted it.
Nobody.
We had no place to show anything like this. No, so she was about to leave, and Rick, who worked over at Channel 13, the PBS station, said, maybe we can build a show around it instead. Wow. And the two of them got together, and they built Shining Time Station. And we got it was like a Friday afternoon, and we got a call from our friend Sean Kelly, who was the original editor for National Lampoon, and he wrote stuff with us and an HBO special and all that. So he's a friend. He called up. He said, "I'm over at Channel 13. They want your puppets, but they don't know it yet. Get down here." So we figured they didn't want anything like this, you know. So we threw a bunch of Dracula puppet and one of the hobo bugs into a bag. Went to Channel 13, which was on 58th Street at that time, and showed them the puppets, and it completely discombobulated them because they were ready to go in a different thing. And they said, "Oh, okay, can we let you know?" And we said, "Of course." So we went home, and it was like, "This is great, but we don't know."
And it was on a weekend.
Friday this was. You know?
Right. And we really needed the job because the last job ended, and it was just like, okay, now what are we going to do?
This one is so perfect for us. What are we going to do? Ring phone. And it didn't ring, and you know, Victor Hugo wrote, "Quickly run the sands of time, except in the sands of time. Quickly run the sands of time, except in the moments of pain." And so, just time it. So we said, "Okay, look, we can't sit here staring at the phone." This was Sunday now. We'll take our kid out to the park. So we went to the park, and I kept running. I said, "I'll find a payphone somewhere so I can check messages." There's no payphone. You know, I'm running around. Couldn't just immediately connect. So I finally found one like 8 blocks away, and I called up, and it was the producers of the show, and they said, "Everybody else said that they could bring something to the party, but you're the only ones who proved it. Would you like to do the show?"
Wow. Yeah.
What a perfect introduction to the people.
No accidents. I love it. Oh my gosh.
No.
This is just amazing.
Accident.
Is there any parting characters that you want us to see before I have to say goodbye? Somebody behind you?
Oh, yeah. Those guys?
All right.
Okay, we'll do those guys.
Oh, man. I wonder where Chong is. He should have been here by now, man. Oh, no.
Hey, here I am.
Oh, hey. Oh, man. The concert's about to start. I didn't think you were going to make it, man.
Well, I almost didn't, man.
Whoa. What happened?
Well, man, I was hitchhiking with my sign. It said, "Grateful Dead or Bust."
And what happened, man?
I got busted, man.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. We got to meet him. Oh, incredible. Oh, it's fantastic.
So let me just close by saying one thing, if I may. We shot a film about a year and a half ago. It's called Separation. It stars Brian Cox, Rupert Friend, Mamie Gummer. It's a horror film. We had never done a horror film. And it was fantastic, and it got shelved due to the pandemic. It's coming out in April. And the puppets play a big part in it. It's called Separation. And from what we could see, it looked really great.
Oh, you guys, I love you both so much. Thank you for doing this.
Same here.
We love you, and we love all the puppeteers, too.
It's great to have you.
Let's give him a headbutt. Here comes a headbutt. We like to give headbutts. So there we go.
I have some live ones. I know what it feels like. That's good. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
So good.
Head bump.
Head bump.